Uncle Jordan with AB Friendly Company, and welcome back to the Underground Meadery. Hey, it is February. We said February is Orange Month. We started off and we showed you using a mineral water that had an orange flavoring to it. We'll see how that turns out. Then we turned right around and we used orange blossom honey, right, to show the difference between we were regularly using clover. We went to a orange blossom, so the honey's all natural orange blossom. So we're going to get to be able to compare at least two different honeys in a mead. So we're going to go into one of our award-winning ones that we've done before. This is our summertime shanty. Now, summertime shanty, we're going to be using clover honey, oranges and lemons, Red Star Premier yellow pack yeast, the balloon, and just dollar store water. So we're going to make the whole thing from the start to the beginning so you can see it. And this is one of our originals that seems to be pretty well after a good age and a good clarity. In fact, I'm drinking a summertime shanty right now. A little bit of sweetness, really good. I enjoy it. I think this is a good one in the summertime. A little bit of ice on it. Some people throw a little Sprite backer in it for a spritzer. But some of this is just like a really good mead. Really enjoyed this. So the first off, recipe, tape it to the jar. Summertime shanty. 3 pounds of clover honey. Half of an orange. A quarter of a lemon. Now I know it's all different sizes, but you should kind of base everything kind of by the same size. As you can see, our lemon wedges are the same as our orange wedges, right? So we're basing it basically on size. We're not doing it anything other, not by weight, not by how much it juices. We're just doing it by flavoring, and we just, most of the time I just do half an orange, a little bit more, and then a quarter of a lemon to get a little shanty mix that we like. So we're going to go ahead, I'm going to put my funnel in. I've already got my hot water going from the dollar store. I poured it all in, and I got it going in the coffee pot. So we'll just pour in the honey. We'll get it going here. So we're going to be using AB Friendly Clover honey. Now if you want to, since this is the orange month, if you have orange blossom honey, go ahead and try it. Do orange blossom honey with one and then do a clover honey with the other one. See if you find a difference in the taste. You know, it's all about what you feel and what you like. We're just doing this with the lemons and the oranges because this is orange month. So we got one jar started here. Get another jar. And if you want to, you know, we're just pulling out 1 pound jars that we sell. You're more than willing to just go ahead and pre-weigh everything out if you want to get it going. But since we have clover honey and we have jars of it, we're just going to pull them out and use them. It is February 11th. We just went through a warm spell. If you check on my Facebook site, you can see the bees active in February. We put out some open frames of honey. They were come out, they were just killing it. It looked really super cool. Flowing pretty good. Now we're using a 1 gallon glass fermentation device. So that's the first thing you should probably get is your fermentation device out. This is 1 gallon. Like I said, we're using clover honey. You should get out your yellow packet of Red Star Premier champagne yeast. We're going to go ahead and got the hot water already going. We're going to get the rest of the residual sugar out of the jars. Remember, that's one reason why you save all your lids, save your jars. You know, you can store seeds in these. You can store herbs in it, anything else that you want in them. So, you know, if you're a recycle guy like myself, this is a good way to reuse. Yeah, this is going good. Let's do it. See if we can blend it all out here. Now the reason we use the coffee pot and not boil it is because I'm trying to keep as much of the enzymes and stuff in the honey as I can. When we get going, you will see us do some brochets, some braggots, and then when we do the coffee pot, you're going to see us do some herbal medicine. If you use a steam pot, that's okay. If you boil it, it's okay. I think it's more about what's easier for you. Like I said, you're doing this in your basement, you're the brewer. It's like when I talk about beekeeping, I can show you many different things, but you're the one that's eventually keeping the bees. I'm not the one managing them. So I'm not the one brewing this at your house. So if you're using another method to heat up your water, it's your method. Have to get a little air here. Alright, so there's our 3 pounds of honey in the jars. I'm going to toss in the rest of my hot water. The coffee pot that I'm using is a 4-cup hot water. So we'll use all the hot water in the mix. Turn that off. Now, this is a little wider mouth. It's a big apple juice jar. So I'm going to put a rubber stopper in it. And because I was using hot water, right, I don't want it to backlash on me as we do the paint mixing of it. So we're going to dissolve the rest of the honey here. There we go. What I'm looking for is to make sure there's no honey stuck. Never getting it all dissolved. So now, before I put all my water in, I'm big on sloshing my adjuncts. So when I put the oranges in, as I push them in, I'm going to squeeze them. And kind of juice them here a little bit. And I'm putting in the rinds and all, so it'll almost be like zesting them. So I'm getting the citrus juice. As well as the zest. This is one that when we're all done, we will have to screen it, right? So you'll have to rack this one probably 3 times. Once to separate the adjuncts. That's what we're putting in, is the adjunct. Now, this is a shanty mix. When you use a lot of fruits, they call them marmels. This is going to just be a type of marmel, which we're using oranges, which is a fruit. But we're going to be mixing 2 different types of fruit. So we get our oranges in. Then we'll do the same thing with our lemon. Now it's okay if it has seeds in it, right? It's all going to get filtered out when we're all done. Now I'm going to give this a little shake here. And what this does is this gets some sugar from the honey with the oranges, so the yeast will want to attack it a little bit. Other thing, make sure you always have your wet rag, because this stuff gets sticky. Alright, so now we're going to pour in the water. Alright. Try this up a little bit. Now, we've dissolved 3 pounds of honey using our hot coffee pot method in our 1 gallon glass fermentation vise. We added equal wedge slices of a half an orange and a quarter of a lemon. Our best bet now is hydrometer reading. Take our hydrometer out. All right, 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 53. So we're starting off at 1.053. Okay. Put our hydrometer back. I'm going to take my temperature. Remember, get yourself a nice candy thermometer. This will see if we're between the 65 and 78 degree mark to drop yeast. Remember, 68 to 72 is the best. So we're just going to check it here because after we added the hot water and the cold water, we want to see what the temperature is. We're right at 72. I'm almost always right at 72 by doing the same measure of coffee pot method. I know that I'm getting roughly 4 cups of hot water to a gallon, and the rest is all the cool water, so which is really good. I always leave a little bit at the bottom. Nice. This will be just a nice little shanty, heavy on the honey. Hopefully the oranges and the lemons will dissolve out really good. This one turned out really good. It was a little sweeter. I think that's because of the amount of honey to the lemons and oranges, which I really enjoy. So we're not adding any yeast nutrient to this one. You can if you want to. That would be another test thing. So for your test, there is multiple things to make the summertime shanty. You could go clover honey, orange blossom honey, or a different type of honey. You could try a different type of yeast with all 3 of those. You could try different waters with all 3 of those. You could try some with nutrients, some without, and see what you like the best. So far I've had pretty good success of just doing what you're seeing here. Put our yeast in. Put my cap on it. Give it just a little jostle here to get the yeast to go to the bottom. Might have to turn here. There we go. Now we've got our yeast mixed in it. We put our balloon on it. Now, roughly in 30 to 40 days, this will be done with fermentation. We should be able to rack it. This is your 3rd mead for the month of February. The first orange mead was orange flavored water, a mineral water that we decided to use. The second one we used was just plain orange blossom honey. Here we're getting to an adjunct mixture. Finished off my mead just in time. This is our summertime shanty here at the Underground Meadery. I'm Michael Jordan. Thanks for tuning in. Be on the lookout for us to come out with our new contest where you're going to be getting a kit, a 1-gallon kit with the yeast, with the honey, and something really special in the kit to make what we call a peach vanilli.